What's going on, folks? Happy 4th of July weekend. It's Chris, the Dating Doc. First off, hit that click and like and subscribe, okay? It really gives me that HBO special, the Help a Brother Out special. It takes 2 seconds. What am I trying to do? If you're new to the channel, the Dating Doc is all about providing some sound tips, advice, covering some dating relationship related news, and just flipping the script on everything that you see. As you see, this is not a huge, elaborate studio setup, but I do enjoy passing this knowledge and passing my views and observations out to the world. So help a brother out, click and like and subscribe. So what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about this guy named Joshua Danehower. And the reason I'm looking that way is because we're going to go into the news article about what not to do. Men, this video is very relevant to you because it talks about how when it comes to dating relationships, you do not use the pain or feeling slighted due to rejection or feeling like a woman no longer wants you, things of that sort. Do not use that to be this passive aggressive weak man. This entire video is a do not. This is an example of what not to do, and it is an example of a weak man. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the news. So man, look, I gotta start off with this. Seriously, it don't matter how much we got these Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Cash at Me type of toxic woman. People still fear us. Women still fear us. Okay, and in some ways, I don't blame them for taking this culture of they might as well use us or manipulate us because we are knuckleheads, okay, and we're still dangerous. Now, you can do two things when you're dangerous. You can either improve yourself and completely be dangerous in a way where you're not going to hurt others. You're just successful dangerous. Or you can be one of these knuckleheads, these weak men that can't control their emotions, or they lack emotions, and all of a sudden they want to hurt other people because they didn't get their way. That's what a baby does. So let's go into the story. So I got to edit some of these words because, you know, YouTube really believes in First Amendment, but we're not going to go there. It's not what this video is about. So suspect fatally ex-girlfriend's husband 10 times in bed, court docs reveal. All right, so Joshua Danehower, the man charged with killing nonprofit founder Gret Glyer. Okay, this dude's the nonprofit founder, right? The husband has a purpose, and now this ex-boyfriend decides, okay, I wanna off the husband because she don't want me back. Weak ass stuff. In his bed last week was the ex-boyfriend of the victim's wife, according to court documents, right? So this schmuck right here on the left, that guy right there, you know, looking like you know, he hangs out at the VFW and angry at everyone. He's probably the kind of guy that would lie that he's special forces, but he was really a cook, right? Shout out to cooks, I love y'all. And then this guy right here is the husband, right? Who unfortunately is no longer with us. This is Gret Glyer, and then this is that knucklehead. Detectives said Danehower had been trying repeatedly to connect with Glyer's wife before the shooting. She don't want you. This same applies to dating relationships, okay? Try once, maybe twice when you're first meeting a woman. If you text her, she don't respond or nothing, but you had to get a conversation going, that is the only time you could double text her. Never double text a woman you're still getting to know. All right, there's no excuse. All right, same thing with a relationship. If it didn't work out, okay, there's a reason she is your ex-girlfriend, pal. There's a reason that you are the ex-boyfriend of her. She's married, right? She decided to take that other step with someone else, and it's not you. But for you to go weak, okay, this is a good example of what men don't need to do. You can be using that aggression. You need to recycle that pain. I heard that once from Ray Lewis. Recycle that pain into something more productive than being this little dweeb who all of a sudden wants to hurt someone because he didn't get your way. Come on now. Responding to a neighbor's 911 call, Fairfax City Police. See, I mixed that up. I was looking at city and police and policy came up. Fairfax City Police found Glyer shot to inside of his home early Friday morning, June 24th. Glyer, 32, again, was the founder of Donor C, an organization with the goal of reducing poverty. The guy had a purpose. He was out here trying to really help people, and he was reducing poverty. Meanwhile, the other guy had his ex-girlfriend living rent-free in his head to the point he wanted to unalive people. Come on now. Glyer had been 10 times that he slept, including 4 times in his head and twice in the neck, the Texans told the court. His wife was with him in the bed as he was shot. So the dude obviously was very aggressive, very, oh, you're gonna get it, right? Come on, man. Do not, this is an example of what not to do, man. Danehower, 33 of Arlington, was arrested at Dulles International Airport Tuesday night where he was working for FedEx. All right, you know the stereotypes. FedEx, postal service worker. Come on now. He was charged with second-degree murder in connection with Glyer's, you know what, according to police. Man, that one slipped. Given the brutal manner of the alleged, you know what, and the behavior of the defendant towards the victim's wife, no pretrial conditions could ensure the safety of the public, according to the court's checklist for bail determinations. Well, duh. How are you going to give bail to a guy that obviously has no remorse? And this next thing I'm going to tell you is wild. That I just don't believe this. A handwritten note on the court document said, after the bail hearing, the defendant asked, "Can I order a pizza?" He was not taking the situation seriously in the slightest. Danehower is being held at Fairfax Adult Detention Center without bond. No bond. The guy is in prison, more likely going to serve at least a couple of decades. Because, I mean, really, run it down real quick, okay? He's felt slighted, spited, felt like, oh man, I can't get no other woman. Why doesn't she want me? And I'm so mad at this guy's everything that I could not be. Like, you are literally admitting to your weakness, or at least this Danehower guy. I say that because there's probably many men right now that are red pill raging, that are angry at women, that are still angry at baby mama, still angry at that woman that don't want them anymore. To the point that you're getting so aggressive with your thinking, you want to do something about it. You are being just as weak as this guy right here. So I'm telling you right now, use this example, see the consequences, even if this guy did not. Even if he was too busy wanting to order pizza. I mean, how numb and weak can you be? And I say this because there's a lot of men out there that are numb. There's another thing there. There's one thing to be aggressive and feel all passive aggressive. There's another thing to be numb because you don't know the consequences, right? You're one of these antisocial hermits and you feel like the world owes you something. You need to really start mastering yourself, okay? Master yourself to the point you can feel joy. You can truly feel like you're upset, but not to the point you want to hurt other people. You can recycle that pain into something productive. This story right here is a lesson for all these men, all these weak antisocial men, okay? And a lot of y'all, I noticed a lot of y'all are scrawny and angry. You need to start getting to the gym. You need to start working on yourself. Don't feel like the world owes you something because you felt slighted. All right, let's get back into this. So as we are celebrating 4th of July weekend, this video is a good metaphor for independence. I say this because men, if things didn't work out, right? If you double texted that woman that gave you her number and she doesn't respond, or you broke up with who you thought was the woman of your dreams after only 2 months or 2 years, you need to completely be independent from those emotions. You need to find radical decisiveness in knowing, okay, you know what? It's all done. I need to just move on with my life. Do not do what this guy did. This guy's done for his life, okay? He's no longer going to be a beneficial member of society. He's at least going to prison for a couple of decades. He is completely done. And unfortunately, he has now left this small town shook. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure that the ex-girlfriend, who now lost her husband, is going to be distraught because of this knucklehead who just could not control his emotions, who wasn't doing anything with his emotions, right? And again, like I stated, I've seen too many of these men that act that way, that are these scrawny, unproductive men. And it doesn't mean you have to be a bodybuilder, but do something with your life, with that aggression, with that passive aggressiveness, with the fact that you feel like the world owes you something. Do something with that creativity. Do something with those feelings. Get a therapist, okay? Get some help, but do not get to the point of being like this guy. Truly, truly be independent. Not only be independent to the world messing with you, but be independent to your own weak emotions trying to control you. All right, so yeah, hit up that like and subscribe. Make some good barbecue this weekend. Celebrate. Be safe with those fireworks. This is Chris, the Dating Doc, signing out. Peace.